Hello, Morongo Basin and listeners around the world online at Z107.7fm.com. Here is the Z107.7 local news for Thursday, October 12th, 2023. A woman attempting to break up an early morning fight between minors was assaulted and wound up in the hospital. Monday morning at around 4 a.m., deputies from the County Sheriff's Morongo Basin Station responded to an assault call in the 5800 block of Bagley Avenue in 29 Palms, where they found a 39-year-old female resident of 29 Palms unconscious from injuries to her head and face. Deputies learned that the victim heard people yelling outside of her residence, whom the victim described as a black male juvenile and two black female juveniles. The victim approached the juveniles, and they punched and kicked her in the head until she lost consciousness. A witness at the scene, Benjamin Alley, said that the victim simply told the juveniles to go home before they attacked her. Alley saw one of the juveniles holding a large rock over the unconscious woman, at which point he said he intervened. Alley recounted the incident at Tuesday's meeting of the 29 Palms City Council. The victim was transported to the High Desert Medical Center for treatment of facial injuries. The juveniles fled the scene before deputies arrived and have not yet been located. The case is currently being investigated by detectives from the Morongo Basin Station. Anyone with information related to this investigation is asked to contact Deputy Yost at 760-366-4175. 5 people were injured in a 3-vehicle collision on Highway 62 yesterday. At approximately 2:25 p.m., Morongo Basin Ambulance and deputies from the County Sheriff's Morongo Basin Station responded to 29 Palms Highway near Lear Avenue in 29 Palms. They report that a total of 5 patients were treated on scene and transported to several hospitals. Deputies report that a red dump truck, driven by a 51-year-old resident of Hesperia, and a gray Volkswagen, driven by a 30-year-old and carrying a 28-year-old and 3-year-old, all residents of 29 Palms, were stopped in the left-hand turn lane at the red light on the highway. Deputies say that a silver Saturn, driven by a 63-year-old with an 18-year-old passenger, both from Bermuda Dunes, drove eastbound on 29 Palms Highway and collided into the rear of the Volkswagen, causing it to collide into the dump truck. Deputies say that the drivers and passengers of the Saturn and Volkswagen sustained injuries during the collision. Morongo Basin Ambulance reports that one patient was flown from the High Desert Medical Center to Desert Regional, which is the nearest trauma center. One patient was taken by ambulance to Desert Regional Medical Center, and 3 other patients were taken to High Desert Medical Center. Deputies say at this point, drugs and alcohol are not believed to be a factor in the collision. There are just 5 days remaining to pay your 2022 federal and state income tax. High Desert residents and the majority of Californians were given an extension on filing their taxes owing to heavy winter storms in March that majorly impacted the mountain communities of San Bernardino County, among many, many others. The IRS has provided tax aid to several California communities, including San Bernardino County, extending the deadline for filing federal and state returns to October 16th. For more information about disaster relief provided by the IRS, visit a link in this story at Z107.7fm.com. The Morongo Basin is a popular place for visitors, and that includes some of our tiniest tourists, namely bugs. Here with info on a recent swarm of tourists is online news editor Robert Hayden.
If you've been outside enjoying the fall weather in the mornings and evenings, you may have found swarms of small beetle-like bugs on your home and outdoor stuff. At first glance, these can look like kissing bugs, which are blood-feeding insects that live in the southwest United States and Mexico. However, these particular bugs may actually be the western leaf-footed bug, which has a similar body and appearance to the kissing bug, except its back legs take on the shape of tiny leaves. They like to appear in groups and feed on fruits and seeds. Good news for those wondering if they have the same culinary taste as their bloodthirsty doppelganger. Anecdotally, there have been reports of seeing more of these bugs this fall around the Morongo Basin, and in big enough numbers they can do some mild damage to plants, fruits, and veggies. However, the bugs will naturally move on or disappear as they continue their natural life cycle. To see a picture of the western leaf-footed bug and the similar-looking kissing bug, you can visit this story at Z107.7fm.com. Reporting for Z107.7 News, this is Robert Hayden.
The Mojave Desert Land Trust has extended their plant sale through the rest of the week. If you were unable to shop this past weekend or wish you had been able to buy more plants, now is your chance. A selection of native plants will be available to purchase in person at the MDLT headquarters on Highway 62, just west of Joshua Tree. This special sale extension runs from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. today and tomorrow. They have lots of native favorites in their inventory still. If you want shots of orange and red in your garden, head on down to the MDLT and grab a Firecracker Pestamon or an iconic Mojave buckwheat. Grab them while you can. We'll have a link to the MDLT's remaining native plant inventory at our website, Z107.7fm.com. To kick off Pioneer Days tomorrow night, Reach Out Morongo Basin is holding a Wild Wild West Hoedown fundraiser at the historic Tower Homestead. Shine up your boots, saddle up, and get ready for the Wild Wild West Hoedown fundraiser, which raises money for Reach Out Morongo Basin, providing services to the elderly and disabled throughout the high desert. This annual event returns with a barbecue buffet, a cash bar, and a silent auction. There will also be line dancing with music provided by the Cassandra Long Band. Tickets are $35 each, and you can purchase them by calling 760-361-1410. The Morongo Valley Youth Softball League will be holding their second annual Halloween extravaganza tomorrow through Sunday at Covington Park. Assignment reporter and Morongo Valley resident Gabriel Hart has all the gory details of this event that is sure to usher in the autumn chills.
With all proceeds going directly to the Morongo Valley Youth Softball League, this year's Morongo Valley Halloween extravaganza is the largest one yet, with 50 craft vendors, 23 local bands, food trucks, a petting zoo, pony rides, balloon animals, a car show, trunk or treat, a zombie shootout, face painting, a chili cook-off, election results from Morongo Valley's dog and goat mayoral race, plus a live Beetlejuice show with showtimes Friday through Sunday at 6:50 and 8 p.m. The festivities kick off on Friday the 13th from 5 to 10 p.m., Saturday from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m., and Sunday from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. For more information, contact Buddy and Tammy of the Morongo Valley Youth Softball League at 760-501-4826. Reporting for Z107.7, this is assignment reporter Gabriel Hart.
Tomorrow's Up Close show on Z107.7 will feature a celebration of the rich mining, ranching, and Native American roots of 29 Palms. Join City Community Events Coordinator Scott Klingscales and Historical Society President Dana Bowden with host Gary Daigneault as they talk about the unique history and the upcoming Pioneer Days events in 29 Palms. The 87th Annual Pioneer Days on the Z107.7 Up Close show this Friday at 10 a.m. here on Z107.7. And finally, the 29 Palms High School girls varsity tennis team traveled to Desert Mirage to face the Rams yesterday. The Lady Cats won 15-3. In singles action, Caitlin Luke, Aviana Lipkins, and Tommy Toyama each swept all three of their sets. In doubles action, the team of Kyrie Scott, Zamia Abrile swept all three of their sets. The Lady Cats are 10-3 overall and 8-3 in league. The Lady Cats face the Yucca Valley High School Trojans today. That's our local news. Hear local news 7 times a day, 7 days a week at 7, 8, 9, noon, 4, 5, and 6. If you hear news happening, let us know about it. Email us at tips@z1077fm.com. Reporting for the Morongo Basin News Leader, the award-winning Z1077 Local News, I'm Jeff Harmatz.